Good evening, gentlemen. We are in the back room of Drew's Barbershop, aka Flawless Looks Barbershop. I had previously recorded this video, but I wanted to redo it because all of the angles, the backdrop, everything looked atrocious. I rushed through it. So let's talk today. Let's talk about proper nutrition for barbers or anybody in general who has a service industry job, and you have to be on top of your game in order to make this thing happen, right? So one of the things I like to eat on busy days is a sea moss smoothie. So you may or you may not know, sea moss is a plant from the ocean that has 92 minerals out of 102. It's incredible, anti-inflammatory, but it must be prepared the right way in order for you to enjoy it. This is the way that I do it. I will buy raw sea moss. It comes in like this. You soak it overnight or 3 hours, and then you just quickly, after you soak it, run your hands through it under the water, throw it inside of a blender. You're gonna add coconut shavings, you're gonna add black cherry, and you're gonna add 100% maple syrup. Try not to use the fake syrup, the corn syrup. Try to use the real deal because we're gonna talk about carbohydrates in a moment. So one of the problems for me back in the days, before I really understood anything about nutrition, I used to go to like Kennedy Fried Chicken or Burger King or something like that on my break. And I would go back to work and I would feel awful. And then the rest of the day was gruesome. My energy level was ridiculously low. So this is one of the shakes that I like to do. It's gonna be for sustainable energy, going for like 4, 5, 6, 7 hours. There's days I just drink this and I'm good all day long. So for the liquid base, for the smoothie, I'm gonna use zero sugar almond milk. You can use sugar almond milk if you want. I don't recommend that because the whole thing about this is we don't want our insulin level to spike and then drop off a cliff, and then we'll be tired while we're working and it'll be very difficult. So yeah, let me just run through the ingredients one more time. Sea moss, black cherry, frozen black cherry, coconut shavings, and whatever liquid, if you want to use water, almond milk, soy milk, whatever your heart desires, right? So with sea moss, right? By the way, sea moss is also great for physical activity. Like we're using it for a little bit of physical and a little bit of mental, so we concentrate on the work we're doing. But if you go and take sea moss before the gym, you'll have amazing results. They say to pair it up with bladderwrack. I particularly don't enjoy the flavor of bladderwrack, so I put it in a little capsule and I'll drink it before, and then I'll drink the sea moss immediately right after. So that's how I get down, and I feel great. So I wanted to share that with you guys. But I'm pretty sure that you guys know about sugars, but just bear in mind that if you have a simple sugar, like a slice of pizza or a piece of white bread, your insulin level is going to spike and you're going to fall off a cliff. If you're going to eat any sugar, make sure it's God's sugar. Make sure it's maple syrup. Make sure that it's, this thing is empty. That's why it looks such a mess. Had it for a long time. Maple syrup, honey, 100% honey. Stevia is good too. You know, try to be cautious. Protect your health at all costs. Right, so I'm gonna blend this up in a moment, but I'm not gonna do that on camera because it's an awful sound. Come out real quick into the barbershop. It's my day off, that's why I'm dressed like a hoodlum. I'm not dressed like a gentleman right now. Just have my hair wrapped up because my ponytail isn't completely grown back yet, and I don't like wearing a fitted hat because it just causes a shadow over my face. You know, I just want to see, right? So I'll tell you a quick story, right? It's so important that you take care of your health as a barber. My master barber, Big John Clark, God rest your soul, he was one of the best that did it. He neglected his health for many, many years. And a quick story is this. There was a gentleman waiting for hours for a haircut. And he kept saying, you know, John, come on, John, I gotta go. So it was like 3 guys in front of him. So finally it was the turn for the guy that was waiting. And he looks at him and says, brother, give me 15 minutes. The guy got angry. He started mouthing off, telling John, oh, come on, John. What's the problem? You got me waiting so long. Why can't you just take me now? Take me now. Take me now. John felt pressure. I could tell in his face. And then he said, okay, give me 10 minutes. And the guy was still mouthing off. Come on, John. I've been waiting here the entire time. Blah, 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 blah. And then he goes, all right, give me 5 minutes. So then, yeah, let's get that Christmas tree in here. It is the holiday season, right? So he goes, give me 5 minutes then. Give me 5 minutes. So John is like, yeah, there we go. So the guy's like, 5 minutes? Even 5 minutes is too much, John, too much. So he's like, finally he tells him, he goes, I'm a diabetic. And he screams. And I had no idea that John was dealing with diabetes. I know that there was a lot going on and he was missing a lot of work lately, but I had no idea. So, you know, people, you don't want to start taking care of your health and what you eat and your breaks after you get a sickness. You want to do it proactively ahead of time. So instead of like eating junk food with your little 5-minute break in between your clients, you have to make sure that you either prepare by making something like that early in the morning or have meals prepped. You don't want to go to the pizza shop every day, or I mean, I wish there was Spanish food out here, Dominican, Puerto Rican food, something like that. We don't have anything good around here. Only Italian restaurants on every corner. I guess that's a little bit better, but the idea is, you know, put your health first. There could be a lot of people waiting and a lot of pressure. Just put yourself first, because no, they're not going to take care of your family when you're in the hospital, and barbers don't get sick pay, you know, not to be forgotten, right? So also Bernardo, the barber who used to work with me for years, one of my best friends, he used to call it the barber's gut. He used to notice that guys would work so hard and then ignore their stomachs, and at the end of the night they used to binge eat and then go to bed on that, and he would call it the barber's gut. So that could happen too, so try not to do that. We know the pressure. There's so much pressure to get so much work done in a short amount of time and take care of your family and your responsibilities, but you are your responsibility and you're the head of the household. And if you don't take care of yourself, then you can't take care of your wife and your children, or even just yourself. You have to take care of yourself. All my single brothers, take care of yourself and save money and keep your body strong, so when you do get a wife and children, you can provide for them and it's not a problem. So guys, trying to think, is there anything else I could recommend to you guys to eat? Yes, you guys could get like jam, like real good jam, not like corn syrup. Like, you got to read the back of the labels, find out if it's like 100% like grapes or apricot or whatever the case is. Fruits also, throw a whole bunch of fruits in the barbershop refrigerator and just eat like one in between every single customer. Oh, this one's big. I'm glad I actually didn't leave you guys yet. Almond butter. It has a whole bunch of calories. So sometimes what I do is I just take a huge scoop of almond butter and just eat it real quick in between customers, and then I'll just take a soda down, because like peanut butter, it gets stuck in your throat. That is fantastic. Actually, let me find out how much calories is in the almond butter. You guys will thank me for this. Just a second, gentlemen. Just grab that almond butter. Okay. Yeah. So here it is. So for the almond butter, it's 2 tablespoons, is 190 calories, which is great. I know this is going to show up backwards on the camera, I'm sorry, but 190. And then if you make like another smoothie, like let's say you use plant protein or whey protein, if you put coconut oil inside of your smoothie, this one blew my mind. This is 1 tablespoon is 130 calories, and you got the type of fat in coconut that breaks down into energy very, very well. So the type of protein that I drink is a plant-based protein. The name is ugly. It's called Organic. I actually have it here. I might as well show you guys while I got you guys here anyway. So when you go grocery shopping, you guys can know exactly what to get. Now, I always buy it in the vanilla flavor, but they do make chocolate as well. This is what it is. You find it on sale online quite a bit. So if you want to try that, it's pretty good. And then for this one, I usually mix this with acai berry or strawberries. So acai is that Brazilian berry. That Brazilian berry that has all that good stuff. It usually comes like this frozen. So I'll just break this in half and put half inside the blender with that powder that you saw, or with strawberries, and then that'll make a really good a really good quick meal so I can get back to work real quick. Right, and I'll just sip on that in between. Customer gets a phone call, I start taking a few sips, things of that nature. Right? So guys, I'm worried about your health. I want the best for you guys. This is not an easy trade to do. There's a lot of pressure because one really, really good skin fade and a shaped up beard could take an hour. And you got a few guys waiting. It could be gruesome. It could be a lot of work. So that's it. That's all I got to say. Put your health first. Put your faith in God first. And your boy Drew is coming with an Oster fast feed review very soon. All right. And just a spoiler alert, it's a good clipper. And there's plenty of bad ones to talk about, but the fast feed's a good one. I'll get back with you guys. Your boy Drew, I'm out.